Hello there and welcome back. You'll remember from the last video we're taking on the lordship of Ceredigion, and we are about to unpause the game after like almost an hour of playtime. But there's a lot to go through, there's a lot to guide you with, so thank you for bearing with me. We're now going to actually unpause the game as we load up, just check a few things over. Yeah, so we're targeting Diffed next. We just have a quick look at them. They've got 548 troops, we've got 731. There'll be a few things we need to get done, but let's go with it. Let's unpause that game. If I can remember how to do that. There we go. Right, we've got it on a slow speed at the moment. The missus, she's on board now, so we need to go and sort that out. We're gonna just, key decision, wedding celebration. This is as simple as, do we take the money or do we take the prestige? Okay, at this stage in the game, 75 gold is a lot. 350 prestige, you might also want a bit of that, but the gold I think is going to be so important, especially since it costs 250 gold to form the Duchy of Dehubaf, and at the moment only generating 2 gold per turn. I'm not sure how we're going to do that, so we'll take this little boost now, and that's how we're going to play. Let's keep the tooltips on. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I'm going to take that money. We're going to keep that in reserve. We're not going to spend that because we never know when we might need it. Then we're going to get the wife in the council screen, and we are going to select her for an activity. So just quickly, yeah, we'll keep it running. We can choose assist ruler, which means that all of her stats add a little bit onto yours, so all of them give you just a little bit. Or we can select a new task and we can get these bonuses. So she was quite good at chivalry, that's why we got her. She's really good at managing the domain, so she's going to give us a 9 bonus to stewardship or a 5 bonus to chivalry. We're going to take that now. That's what we're going to do. And now our maximum soldiers we can hopefully commit to the field is going to increase. So with that away, we're going to speed it up. I always play it on 4 speed. Keep it going. Now we're just waiting. When you're waiting like this, sinful bishop exposed. Really, it's not going to affect me. Let's get rid of that. We'll check out the hints. They shouldn't have changed. No, we still don't want to do any of those. We've got the declare war option. Who can we declare war on? No, it's just that guy again. He's got even stronger. We definitely don't want to do that. Okay, it is literally just waiting, but the days are ticking. Diffed will soon be ours. We'll soon have a claim on that. Of course we need the gold as well, because claims will cost you around about 100 gold. That's modified by your diplomacy skill. So if you've got really high diplomacy, or is it the learning of your bishop? Unsure. This is bad news. Look, it's facing a raid. So a raider has come in to try and steal money. But what they have done is they've defeated the army of Diffed. Even better, both. Check this out, right? She's already, my thick-set bride is already churning out the kiddie winks. Can't wait to hold the babe in my arms. So this is good, because what's happening here is this is weakening our prospective hunt. He's now only got 42 soldiers, and his capital has been ravaged by raiders. This should play into our hands. Hopefully we can get that claim put on Penfro nice and quickly. He's also been maimed, so it's really gone badly for the lord we're hoping to destroy. So that's good. I don't really care about friendly exchanges. Let's have a look at this. This is where we might go next, remember. Cardiff. What else have we got around here? Gwent is available. Look at the holdings here. Cardiff Castle. What have we got here? Oh, that's a daughter. Okay, not bad news. You can go into all the business of naming it and all the rest. We'll pick a good Welsh name. Yes, Angarad. So that's what we'll name her. Like, you kind of, sons are just a little bit easier, but do not be afraid of having a female ruler. It's quite cool. The only thing is, the only real difference I think is that with a king or a lord, a man, you can be churning out children well into your old age. But as a female, that is here we go. As a female, that's kind of, yeah. Again, you're looking at about 40 before your children stop. But all you need is a few heirs anyway. You don't need to go to town. Let's have a look here. So we absolutely want to press that claim, because that then allows us to invade Diffed and claim that for our own. As you can see, it costs about 100 gold. The Lord of Diffed is not going to be happy. He's going to lose 30 opinion of me for 10 years. I don't care, because very soon he won't be the Lord of Diffed. So we just see that done. Why would we ever choose no, I cannot? Right, let's imagine we put our bishop out to go and take that place. However, during that time, we've got wars coming in. We've got something, we might need that money for mercenaries. If we accept the see it done now, it might plunge us into debt. And debt is bad for your realm. A little bit of debt is fine, but if you find yourself in thousands of debt, it can often be a struggle. You can't grease the wheels of diplomacy with your vassals. You can't pay them off. You can't give them gifts. It's just something you might not want to do there and then. But if you select no, I cannot, the bishop still stays there, and will spend another few turns looking to get that claim in another couple of years. But we're going to see that done. Then we're going to slam pause, and we are going to just have a quick look. So he's got 343 soldiers, so he's got back up to full strength. However, our 783 should be able to do it. We are going to grab our mustering flag and move it. This flag determines where your soldiers are going to spawn. You can create more of these, but we just don't need to, because we're a very small state. I'm going to select it for here, and I'm going to then move my army across just to take the capital. Okay, you can only take castles and fortified holdings. So that's what we're going to do. We will declare war, and we will go over there and do it. But see how I do it. There's a bit of a quirk for single county realms. Quite often I'll summon, they'll summon, and if I wait a bit, they will move, and they'll move their soldiers out of the capital, and then I'll just go in and I'll take it, and they won't want to attack me back. Let's see if that happens. It doesn't always happen. So we've paused. We're going to speak to this guy, and mate, sorry, we're declaring war. We see our war screen. Oh no, they've got an ally. Oh, this is bad. Oh, do I want to gamble? Do I want to gamble? Right. 99, man. 99, man. You could chump save that, but I'm not here for that. But what we do have is an heir. Oh, let's have a quick look. She's got the fecund trait as well, which means that she is going to be very fertile. And what we're going to do is we're going to betroth her to somebody rich and powerful. We'll not get away with a matrilineal at this stage. Ooh, look. I can actually have a matrilineal with this guy. And why I'm going ooh is because he is from a great house, and where you see this icon with the flag above it, that means he will form an alliance with that. And I think that's the Duchy of Poitou. Poitiers. Oh no, the Duchy of Aquitaine. Ooh. There's some good alliances to be had on a matrilineal. Remember, she is our only heir at the moment, so a matrilineal would be preferred. I'm not really looking at anything else other than that alliance that we can have. Let's just click in, see how big a... Wow. Okay, so on an alliance we'll get 1,100 soldiers. The high probability of kids. Yeah, look, let's do that. And let's see what happens as a result. I do also have a sibling, and my sibling I could also use for alliances if she was available, but she's currently married to Okay. Married to this Duke of Gwynedd. So I wonder if I... No, I don't have an alliance. Can I ask for one? No. No, that's a shame. Oh, and that's not good as well. Look, so he's not going to accept because of minus 800. He claims my lands. So I need to be really careful of this guy. So that's fine. Right, let's see what happens. We won't declare war just yet, remember. We're going to wait for that alliance to ferment. Yeah. Okay, so he's happy. Now what we're going to do is, because we've got an equal amount of soldiers, if we declare war now, those should be split between the two areas. Let's just see how this plays out, and if we need to get an ally involved, then we can. Okay, so my claim is going to be for your land. Bad things will happen to you. Right. So what I was going to do before is I was going to wait and see what this guy did and see if he tried to move out of his county and take one of my areas. But what I'm not going to do now is I'm just going to hit him with a lightning strike attack just to go straight in. Because if I can defeat his 350 that he's got in his county, I won't need to worry about whatever else comes in because I'll still be mighty and he won't. Right. Am I... Yeah, so... Declared war. Let's get my soldiers out. Raise all here. Okay. Straight away. And I'm just going to go straight in there. It's telling me that I should definitely win that. And why wouldn't I? I've got more than... Well, I've got, yeah, slightly more than double the amount of soldiers. Let's get in there and get it done. Let's just talk about this screen. So, battles happen automatically. Let's get the cursor up. Here we have my amount of soldiers. This denotes their quality. Okay, you can see the different... Well, you can't see the different quality. But the more little pips you have, the higher the quality troops. Generally, you'll only ever see 1s, 2s, and occasionally 3s, the big armies. You'll see 4s and 5s on very tiny groups, such as those containing lords or knights exclusively. What have we got here? This is casualties by routing, and this is my advantage. So my commander, which is me, has a better martial skill overall than their stuff. Down here we've got, this represents my current dice roll, and that represents theirs, and then any modifiers in here. So it's 2 in my favour. I've got advantage because of martial skill and my roll, and that's how that works. So it's your martial skill plus your roll is your advantage. What else have we got going on? The amount of knights, it can be important. If you've got vastly more knights, that will affect how the battle plays out. You'll do better, and this reflects your men-at-arms. Okay, I've got bowmen, they have got skirmishers. See how mine is green and theirs is red? That means we're fighting in land that is favourable to archers, but unfavourable to skirmishers. So again, I've got more advantage there. But this should be a foregone conclusion. So let's just get it done. Alright, it's over before it started. I've also captured a valuable lord, the son and heir. Okay, that's quite interesting. That will be a valuable captive. Okay, let's just have a little look at what's down at the bottom. So I can see the war score already, and because I captured that high value target, I've already got 57% advantage. When that gets up to 100%, I can force the war to be concluded on my terms. If it goes to minus 100, it means that I lose big time, and they get to end it on their terms. So if we just have a quick look. And see what this looks like. So if I surrendered, it's not going to show me. No, but if I surrendered, I believe I'd lose money, I'd lose prestige, and I'd lose fame. If I declare a white peace, yeah, there you go, just a click on it, look. He's going to accept a white peace. Generally, if you get above 25 to 30%, white peace will become acceptable. Okay, so keep that in mind. Even if you look like you're going to lose the war overall, but you've accumulated a war score of 25 to 30, get that white peace done, if you know you're massively outclassed, when can that be useful? Let's imagine you've got a massive army against you, say 10,000, and you've only got, say, 2,500, but you know that their 10,000 is busy. You can sneak in, grab their capital, and you will generate enough war score to force a white peace when it's not advantageous for them to accept. Okay, if they were a clever computer, had better AI, they'd just keep on the battle and lose their capital for a moment while you know, because they could just come and take it probably in 5 minutes. So, yeah, but you can use white peace to your advantage if you're facing those kind of odds. Or I could enforce demands, which will give me what I want, which is that lordship. Anyway, we're going on a bit. I haven't got enough at the moment, so I do have to lay siege. If we have a look at the siege menu, I have 750 troops assaulting. It's got a garrison of 250. This means I can continue the siege. Let's say I'd taken a big beating in that battle just then, and I only had sort of 150 soldiers left. That's not enough to lay siege, so it would just be a stagnant siege. It wouldn't even move, and I would never take this province. So in those sort of situations, you can rethink, hire some mercenaries to get the job done, or move your soldiers back into your province to regain power. Because if your soldiers are in a friendly province, it will regroup, provided you're not in debt. Alright, so anyway, I keep going on and on. His allies are on the way now, but I think it's going to be little. Yeah, you can lay siege to that, so you have a bigger army than me now, and you're laying siege to this, but I think I'm going to get the job done quicker, and I only need to take this one province. If they end up taking this province by some fluke, then it doesn't matter, because I still have to take Cardiff before I'm done. If they took both, then yeah, I'm screwed. But watch, I only just need to take this one, and then I'll tell them that the game is up. And no matter what, they'll disband. So here we go. As soon as you take a province, hit pause, because there's a bit of admin to do. What you don't want, right? Let's imagine I didn't pause it just then. They will end up taking that. They're only, what, 22 days away. So if I was not quick, they could end up taking that. And if they take that, then it will give a penalty to that province, because it won't be productive, because it's recently been sieged. Okay, it's been ruined by warfare. But because I've paused it now, that has never happened. And it never will happen, because I'm going to now tell them that I've won. We go on here, I enforce my demands, I confirm. Victory. Now, look at it. Oh, yes. Happy days. That army doesn't exist anymore, and the allies that were once part of it are now neutrals. Back you go. Off you go. Home you go. I will then disband my expensive army and reflect. Okay? So, I've got a bit of a bigger province. I'm one more step of the way to becoming a duke. And so what I need to do now, and what I should have done sooner, schoolboy error, as soon as my bishop had finished in Diffid, I should have had him busy fabricating my next place. Now remember, these two are subject to Viking invasion quite often. Brisheniog not so much. It can happen, but not so much. I'm going to go for this one next, because what I don't want to do is be fighting a war on two fronts, especially against difficult Vikings. So we'll start forming or getting our claim in on this area. In the meantime, we're low on gold, but that's just the way that is. Why? So if we look here, we've got 1.6, we've got 0.8 and 0.1. We'll come to that 0.1 in a minute, but I should be having about 2.5 gold a month instead of the 0.8 it says up in the top left. Why? Well, it's very simple. If I go to military and I go to my army, I have some archer men-at-arms units. When they are forming up to maximum strength, it takes a big chunk. Look, it's eating 1.8 of my money every month. But as soon as it gets to maximum strength, it will drop down by a factor of 3. So that will be 0.6. Okay, and then it will just sit there eating 0.6 instead of 1.8. And we can afford that, that's fine, because this is a really good unit. My maximum number of levies is increased because I just took that extra area, and because my holdings limit has not been exceeded, I'm good to go. This 3 out of 5 reflects how many holdings I can have against my maximum. always try to keep it to the maximum. All right, so we just started out, so it was 2 out of 4. Our stewardship increased because why did it increase? I'm not really sure why it's increased. It shouldn't have increased. Maybe there was some action I did, but now it's 3 out of 5. So 5 is the maximum I can have. I've got 3 at the moment. I'll soon have 4 and hopefully 5 by the end of this video. Try not to go over. Going over 1, going to 6 out of 5 or 8 out of 7, that's going to be okay. But any more than that, and the penalties really do stack up. And I believe it's 10% penalty on your income for every 1 you go over. And so if you're really, really going over, and as well as that, any vassals see that see you're above your limit and hate you more. So for every 1 you're over, I think they have a 10% a 10-point relationship penalty every time you go over. So keeping within that is very key, but also pushing up to make sure you're at the maximum is the most efficient way to play. So anyway, we're just going to spend a bit of time building up our strength, and we're going to start claiming this land. All right, and then hopefully we'll be able to get on with taking the rest of the duchy. Now what? Okay, so this is good. This is basically saying there's somebody in your area that wants to work alongside you, that going to gain opinion of you, and you're going to get the has right hand bonus. Take it. It doesn't make sense not to take that, and you're going to get some other events created as a result. Okay, so what's happened here? So the Duchy of Deheubach has it's of no interest to me. Yeah, look, there's activity occurring here. So we have the Duchy of Deheubach fighting some tribals who have come in, some raiders, and they've lost. And they're going to lose again. But what this county has done is it's doubled in size now because it's taken it went. Bit of a problem, but c'est la vie. At least what's happened is that no Vikings have come. At least what happened is that we've not had Essex or Mercia come in and try and take it. Oh, wow. Look at this. Oh, it's amazing. That is, yeah, the stroke of luck. A big dividend has come in. Random event, but that gold is good. Oh, no. Right, what does he want? Right, you're going to play this game and this kind of stuff is going to happen. This is a huge setback. But remember, I said it was going to happen. This guy wants the lordship of Ceredigion. You can at this point go, do you know what? Reload. But what else are we going to do? He's just going to take that county, and when he takes it, he's going to be done. Alright, we might just have to suck this up. Well, in fact, we're definitely going to have to suck this up if we want to continue this playthrough. Yeah. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to make him earn it. I'm not going to give it to him straight away. You can come and take it, and then you can come and have it. And I'm going to make you take it the hard way. You can take it, and then... yeah, what pain. These things happen, though. There's literally nothing I can do. I haven't got any more alliances I can form. What I will do is I will quit. Oh no, I can't even move my capital now. No. Alright. Wow, God, what a pain. But this game will do that. And there are going to be, we are a small fry, and we are here to be preyed upon. Thankfully, it's not. I mean, look, Jorvik has already eaten up. We'll come on to you in a minute, daughter. Another daughter, though, that's fine. That's never bad news. Look, Jorvik has already eaten Northumberland. That's gone. These are people you just don't want to mess around with in the early game. Another feudal lord who just has his eyes on one territory. We'll have to let it pass, and that'll be that. Don't like to see it, though. Hate it. Hate it. Hate giving up land. But thank God we took Diffid, otherwise we'd be a one-county state. Alright, now he's taking it. What we don't want, we know we can't win this war, but what we don't want to do is have this guy now ravage our remaining settlements. Let's just give it up now. We've lost a few people in all this. That's obviously bad news. But yeah, we're just going to have to suck this up and surrender. Yeah, alright. I'll not forget that. I'll not forget that. Okay, we've got a new place in Cardiff. Right, a critical thing we haven't done is we need to go to the council screen, and we're just going to assign him a new duty, which is increased county control in Diffed. That will make sure that 0.1, which I did mention earlier and never came back to, and it drifted off into another subject, that 0.1 will steadily grow. Okay, at the moment it's medium control, so we need to get that built up. Cardiff is generating me 2 gold a turn. I've still got 805 troops. I'm still really positive. I think we can still make a play of this. Let's get some new... we've only got 2 courtiers, and they're in the most valuable roles anyway. We'll have to let that be. 8 months and we'll have a new place. Focus on the positives. And once we've got Brashiniog, we would be able to usurp the duchy, because we would control 60% of the lands, but a part of the duchy. Okay, we've got a couple of guests have arrived. Not really interested. He's immediately set up his capital in my old home. We won't forget that. Well, what do we do here? The peasants are delighted. I can either settle for a bit of money, 15, or I can get a bit more money. But I would lose... Ooh, right. Don't be tempted to take that. Okay, unless you were badly in need of the money. Because 40 stress is, well, quite a long way there to getting a negative modifier applied to you as a player. And the control would be halved in CK3, which would take your income from 2 down to 1. Or, if you're feeling benevolent, you can have that, which applies a modifier to that county. Let's just check what that is quickly. Development growth, popular opinion. Neither of those things are of any interest to me at the moment. At this stage of the game, I'll just take the small amount of wealth and be happy with it. Because here we come, and I can't wait for war. Let's just see. Be interested to see what allies you have, actually. We'll find out in a minute. See it done, mate. Right. I'm going to now invade that, and we're going to become a 3-county state again. But is that going to be enough to take on this guy? Maybe. Or do we look across the sea? I'm going there next. We might start putting a claim on. Looks, this one's already beefing himself up. That'll become a Duke of Munster soon. But it can. Oh no, it's not advantageous. I've just remembered these are tribal lands, and that is a tribal holding, so it will generate you no money. So yeah, if you're a feudal lord, stay clear of tribal holdings until you're a bit richer, because it's just it's just not gonna generate you wealth. Okay, so we won't go across the sea just yet. If I don't, no, I'm gonna have to go for more. I'm gonna have to go for it. So let's get that going. Let's straight away get you in Morganwy. Yeah, 2 years. And we want to consolidate all of that. We'll get all of that, hopefully, in time. What we won't be able to do is we'll need to have a 5-year wait, because once we've declared war against this guy, any peace deal will include a 5-year sort of truce, which you can break, but again, big penalty modifiers. It's probably not worth it. We might start looking over here just to expand a bit, just to get some money in, because as you see, there's very few places now on the mainland of the British Isles that are takeable. I'd imagine even Cornwall. 610 soldiers, but he's got an ally with that much military strength. Absolutely. How do I see? Oh, I remember how you see allies. War and peace. He is allied to the. I told you this would happen. He loves a bit of France, does Devon? Okay, right. Enough chat. Let's move our military marker over, and let's go here and let's have a little. You've got no allies, son. So I'm afraid it's bedtime. We'll raise everything we've got here. Unpause. See what you do. Where if I go? No, the AI has obviously been improved and patched, but sometimes they would wander away. Okay, whatever. In we go. We're confident of victory. A ruler in the making. She's gained a bossy trait. She's probably my favourite of the children perks because it's military themed. Oh! Exquisitely bad news, mate. So, in the battle, I captured the enemy ruler, which always gives you a 100% score on your terms of peace. So it's done. It's done straight away. We don't have to ransack this place either. So now when we go and check to see the control, it won't have decreased, or it shouldn't have decreased. Oh, it has decreased. Great. We'll disband that. Got nothing else to fight. Right, so now we have 3 holdings again. We are now looking at Morganwy to take next. And what we need to do is probably stop once we've taken that and try and form the duchy. Forming the duchy is important because at the moment, with my 2 female heirs, my land would be split between both of them. Okay, and this would be pretty bad because you would be the oldest one. They would get the majority of the half, so they'd probably get 2, and you'd split away in 1. So to be avoided at all costs. As we form a duchy, your oldest child will keep the duchy, and what we could do is we could make that younger child a vassal of that original of the main heir, and in that way you won't break apart. We'll come on to that a bit more later on. The sacking of Sir. So while I'm chatting, we've had a raid happen on our capital. It's been done by a greater army. What can I do? After battering down the gates of a settlement, I've now got a choice. I can either call him that fiend, I can make a vow to avenge the slight, which will form a rivalry, or I can give some money, and yeah. So at the moment, I'm going to go with we will rebuild Sir Gifridin. Right, I'm going to pick that at a cost of money because we're running low on prestige, and giving over 75 prestige is, well, that'll take us into minus prestige. And if we want to be able to form the Duchy of Gwynedd, we also need prestige as well as money, so we'll pick that option for now. Were we ever going to be able to take on this marauding army? Absolutely not. We were generating 2 gold per turn, now it's down to 0.9, and this is because we've been raided. It will recover, but it's years of recovery required, so you want to try and avoid that if you can. Let's have a little look. Recently looted, 50% modifier. Bad times. Right. We're doing okay though. We're doing okay. It's a shame to have lost Ceredigion. What? I've released your acquaintance from my prison to serve as my concubine. God, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. He's off to have his way with my wife. Oh, she's not my wife anymore. Okay, being a small vassal, being a small time count at the beginning sucks. We're gonna need to find another wife. No big, no big. What we're gonna do now is we are still gonna look for the same sort of things. We want it to be less than 25. I am tempted to get something with a good alliance power. Okay, so this is telling us how much we're going to get. It's a shame because look, some of these aren't very good at all. This one is probably worth considering, but look, a 3 for military and a 4 for stewardship. But it would give me a big alliance. I know soldiers could come to my help, but I can't bring myself to have such low stats. And remember, I've not got a male heir, so I've not got anything that can. No, I might have to forego a strong alliance. Mm, what would you give me? 500. It's not really worth it at the moment. Let's base this on. No, let's base this on. Let's try and because we want to build a strong bloodline. Let's go for an inheritable traits. Let's go for martial. Some of these names are familiar. Yeah, there's just no strong options left. Damn, she was going to be good. I tell you why she was going to be good, because what we were going to do is when we got up to the domain limit, we were going to switch to her and use her stewardship. Remember that 19 stewardship she had? We were going to switch that on, and it would have boosted us, and I reckon we'd have been able to take another 3 holdings as a result of her stewardship alone. Maybe even 4, it might just have tipped us over. So we could have had a really big, you know, anyway, it's life, isn't it? I'm going to go with this one. Am I? No, I'm going to go with this one. No, traits are better on this one. So, yeah, there we go. 2 bad things have happened to us so far. These things come in 3s. Excellent. Come on then. Get me a male son. Oh, she's been taken too. Ransom. 10 gold. Yeah, because she can be used. That 10 gold is an investment. Because we are going to use her to get a matrilineal alliance, hopefully. No, we are not. Oh. No, I'm not prepared to give her away. Okay, this is a good event. This guy here is going to become my mentor and is going to train me in an attacking sense to give me an additional trait. Why wouldn't you? Well, yeah, it's this or nothing. So the thing is, if you haven't got a high enough learning or martial skill, then you won't be able to learn that additional trait, and you might accrue some stress. That's something to consider. However, we can jump that boundary when we get to it. Right, we should be, yeah. Oh, who are you attacking? You're going for the Earldom of Cheshire. That's going to be a big battle. It's against Mercia. She's already pregnant. Happy days. Right, let's check over these hints. Right, you can ask your head of faith for gold. Absolutely, give me the money. Piety is worthless at the moment. I definitely want the money. I can declare up to 3 wars. I can declare against the Count of Leon, Gwynedd, and Sudreard. These are 2 mighty princes. I'm not going to do that. Let's have a look at that. Well, I don't like Border Gore, but somebody's already roasting that. Who is having that? Faroe Islands. in a 6-month siege. I'd love to see how big that army is. What I might do is let's have a gamble. So a holy war would cost me 80 piety. And it's against heathens, it's heathens versus heathens. How big is the army of Feroia going to be? This is the Faroe Islands. No, it's not. No, it's not. This will be. You've got a maximum of 357. Let's get that done. Land is better than no land. Let's declare that war. Let's leave that valley point there. Let's see how far our adventure takes us. What we're going to do is we're not going to actually click that place. We're going to click the sea outside it. So if we click here and have a little look, see what's there before we commit. At the moment it's cost us 80 piety. It's not been a gamble. It's playing the big dramatic music now. So that's done. I can now usurp that. Usurping costs more than just simply making it. We can't do it while we're at war or while they're at war. And it requires 250 gold. Sorry, it doesn't cost prestige, we get prestige, so we should start saving up for that really. But I will take their land off them if I can. Remember, we've got a little bit of time to play with before we start rolling the death dice, but we definitely need to get that duchy built before he's 60. Should be easy. Oh look, there's all that money coming. Right, let's watch and learn. Yeah, we absolutely shouldn't. We've got 900 soldiers. Let's see how this plays out. I can see that this army of Leon is coming out to sea. If we go in after it's come out, then if it wants to come back in, it will have a sort of an amphibious penalty applied. If you come from the sea straight onto the land, you're disorganised and you take great losses in combat. But if we're already there sieging that settlement, then we might be able to get away with it. He's already beaten this small army of Feroia. So let's have a look. Let's see how this plays out. We've got a slightly bigger army anyway. Yeah, we want that. What we might do, so we'll take Morganwy, and what we might do is just get the next place lined up. We don't have to accept it, remember. We'll just keep that guy busy. Right, that has moved out. Come here. Where is it going? I reckon it's going to take Feroia. But the problem is, we will already have taken this place. So, even if he goes up there and starts taking it a little bit, we will push our full claim on Leon. And he'll have no land. And if you've got no land, you're not a ruler, so you'll never take Feroia. Now, if you're playing against a real player, that real player will come back. This is what they should do. And if this happens to you, this is what you should do. You should bring them back and wait on a mountainous region somewhere. I'd probably bring my troops back in and land about here. Okay, that means that if they want to come and engage me, they break it off that siege. And then what I would do is I would bring them up onto this hill. And I would gain as many troops as I can. So if I'm depleted, that's where I would wait. I'd wait on that hill because I've got a defensive bonus from being on a hill. If they choose to attack me, they'd probably lose. Okay, so that's disadvantageous for them. If I don't think I can win that combat, but I absolutely must, then what I will do is I'll move my red flag, I'll move it into the next holding, and I will summon a mercenaries. Or I will bring my allies in some way. But before they take that last pixel of siege, I have to bring my soldiers in no matter what, or I lose the game. So I bring them in at that point, before it's a done deal. Remember, it takes about 10, 12, 14 days, something like that, to cross between holdings. So before that last pixel is taken, you get in there and you have that final battle. But you do it to your maximum advantage. Any mercenaries, any allies you can have. But what I certainly wouldn't do is push on towards the Faroe Islands, which I think is what that guy has done. But this could be a free bit of territory just to help me out. And remember, I'm below my domain limit, and so any profits from this area will become mine. I will lose this. Big news. Big news. I'll just finish what I was saying. So I'll probably lose this when Brittany later on invades, or even West Francia invades, because they'll want that back. Like that's technically their bit of land. They'll want it eventually. But if I can just get a bit of value out of it before that happens, then that's great. There's no penalty for having distant lands from your capital either. Certainly not those distances. Right. A son. Fantastic news. Yeah, we're going to call him T-Falsh. Right, let's have something I can pronounce. Elfin, there we go. Brilliant news. May grow strong and wise. Let's just check him out quickly before we do anything else. Okay, we've not got any traits. This is the result of that combat coming back in, like that choice he's trying to teach me. Okay, so 60%, yes, I've learnt it. 40%, no, I didn't learn it. That'll come back with a result soon. It's an unremarkable baby has been born. Got a bit of extra stewardship, 100 prestige, which is suitable for my rank. But no, he doesn't even like me 100%. But that's babies for you. Okay. I mean, again, not great, but fine. What we're going to do is, for very little reproach, we are going to marry him off straight away to get some alliance. Oh, mate. I don't care about inheritable traits. Just give me everything. We're not going to marry him, like, because this could end. Yeah. We'll have a look and see what we can have. We want somebody who's... Okay. So, she's only 2, so she'll still be a good age by the time I get old enough. And about 1,000 troops. Let's just make this happen. At best, we've got 1,000 troops at our disposal, and can be summoned. At worst, we just break this off. We break this off and we just pick somebody else. I will be choosing somebody else because I will want some traits, I'll want some prospect and some good stats. But just for now, we've got 1,000 soldiers to call upon whenever we want. Why wouldn't you? Okay, it's not a binding agreement, and I'll show you about that in a minute. We learnt that. We learnt that thing, so that's good. Okay, so now we're betrothed. Let's go and see. So I now have at my disposal a good alliance with the Count of Augsburg. Good to have in your back pocket. But at any point, I could just go to my little boy, and I can break that betrothal. Yeah, it's going to cost me some prestige, but that is a small price to pay for getting the wife you want later on. You know, for 1,000 troops at your disposal, would you pay 75 prestige? Of course you would. Now, we've almost taken this freely. What's going on here? Looks like Gwyned's absolutely running rampage around Mercia. That's bad, because we will want to take this to form Wales later, so we need to make sure we're equally strong. But this little bonus has paid off. Oh, we've got a prisoner as well. That's interesting. Go to hints, and we can now ransom that prisoner. Big tip. Big brain time now. No matter what, I've won. Well, have I? I haven't, look. What else do you have? What other holdings do you have? He's got something else. What else have you got? Nothing up here. Oh, this is going to irritate me. How can I see what else you have? No, go back to him. Let's have a little look. titles. Okay. I can't see that you've got anything else going on. No. So why isn't this a complete take? Because if you've got no lands left, it should be a complete take. Have you? No, you haven't taken that. Nothing going on up there. It's got a red ring round it. Has anything else got a red ring round it? Could have some far off land somewhere. Amazing. Doesn't appear to have anything. Oh my, come on guys, why isn't that 100%? Guys, you know I'm making a video. Just tell me what you... So I've only got 70%, 77%. Occupied... Yeah, occupying counties. I've got captured air. It means he's got something else, but unsure how to check this. It should be in titles, war, peace, culture, faith, dynasty, lifestyle, titles. Pay for this, claims, no. Succession. Baron is in the county of... Okay. Oh, I'm sorry about this. You should just let me have it. Now, my war score should increase because they have no other lands. Nothing I can see anyway. Ah, no. They took Desmond. Oh, off we go. Stick it in the sea. Let's have a look, see what's going on there before we land. So maybe the Faroe Islands had Desmond, and I just didn't spot that. Yeah, look, they've clearly got this. It's a bit annoying. Ah, it's doubly annoying because... Okay. I just hope I can take this before you try and take Leon back. Should happen. Oh, it is really quick. 4 months left. Oh. Right, that's just gone to 3. 3 months left. This is at... This is... We're just going to go backwards and forwards. Yeah. And you have taken it back. Are we seriously doing this? Are we just going backwards and forwards now? The thing is, if I face this guy in open combat, I'm probably going to lose because of the strength of... Like, it's very, very close, and Vikings tend to have the edge in battle early doors. They just do. And yes, he is some sort of Norseman. But this time I will wait, because he'll get that penalty if he comes back. And all this is delaying, because what I should really be doing is taking this place. And look, I've got myself down a year spent doing... Oh, hold on. For some reason, I'm taking this a lot quicker. Oh, bad news. Oh, bad news. It's happened that I've got both at the same time. We're just going to take that straight off you. Yeah, so be it. This is now... What? Okay. Pay attention to what you're doing. I've got a county. It's not the one I wanted, but it's going to generate me nothing. I wanted Leon. I thought I was going for Leon. What a pain. What a pain. Oh well, roll with the punches. What this has given me is an ideal place to stick an heir I don't want later on. So it will just help in my partition quandary I might have later on. I need 500 gold to convert this to anything useful. Building's been disabled. Okay, feudalise. Yeah, 500. That's costly, and it'll be it's a cheap realm anyway. But hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's push on into the oblivion and get what we really want to get. Declare war. You cannot. Because my prestige is so bad. Okay, we don't give up on a playthrough. You can't have the best all the time. So we need a way of getting prestige. I can't really do a hunt, I don't think. Let's have a quick look at decisions. Get a hunt going? Yeah, it's only 33. Let's get a hunt going. Just as my wife, Lady Rickerperga, and I crest a hill, we hear it. The snapping of twigs, the rustle of branches, birds screaming in fright. They are heralds announcing its arrival, a massive stag. I can either... Oh, look at this. This is... Why? Right, I can either be a coward or I can try and take it on, but I've got a 23% chance of death. Oh, this isn't a bad playthrough by any stretch. It's not gone quite as I expected. But let's roll the dice. Managed it. And now I've got 150 prestige. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to declare war on this guy. And we're going to take it. And that will have to be in our next video. Okay, so let's wrap up. What went well? Well, we've expanded our land by 3 territories. We have lost 1. We were always going to lose that one. We did well to get these 3. This one, you should just check what you're taking. I had no idea this was even in the consideration of the computer. It would be a good territory if it wasn't tribal, but there you go. It was a freebie anyway. We didn't know about this guy, and we can take that later on. In our next video, we're absolutely going to unleash on Dehu, and we're going to become the Duke of that place. Thank you for watching.